All right. Been meaning to get to this video for a while. I told you guys that for your final, you needed to have an RCP with a lighting plan. So we're going to go over that process real quick here. I'm going to use, again, this is just my demo from Project 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the layer properties here, and I'm going to find, I'm going to kind of copy this. Which one do I like here? Um, Floor upper. I like that. So I'll use that hidden, just the hidden one right there. So I'll create a new layer. This is going to be my light RCP lighting. You can also use this as electrical diagrams from your floor plan too, but it's kind of similar in a way. So I'm going to call this RCP lighting. Again, we'll use hidden. So it matches with that, and then I'm going to change the color here to orange, just so that it visually, for me, that's how I like to identify it. So again, I'm going to make sure I'm working from the 0 layer here, so I'm on the default. Again, work on the default, move things over. I'm also going to turn off a bunch of these layers because I don't want them getting in the way, so I'm going to get rid of the doors, appliances, elevation markers, oops, and just kind of turn turn everything. Oh my gosh, did I click on it? I did. And just turn all of these off so I can see what's going on. Okay, let's get rid of that too. All right, so I have a clear space here. Now what I'm going to do is, again, I'm working on this 0 layer. What I'm going to do is go through, actually it might be helpful to keep some of our furniture. No, let's do built-ins. Let's keep the built-ins in because I actually need to know where some of these things are. So I'll start out in the kitchen. I might have something like a ceiling lamp right here, or just like a decorative light here above this island. We'll call this a let's say it's a 6-inch diameter lamp. And then let's say I have a line over here separated at 3-foot intervals, so I'm going to just draw that. And then I'll draw a circle here, and we'll have a couple little recessed can lights. So there'll be 4-inch can lights, 2-inch diameter. And then I'll just do a copy here and just make a couple of these going across and down. Oops, CO. And so that gives me 3 of them there, and then I can just erase these. I'm going to also copy this here, and we'll put, actually let's get fancy with it. We'll put another set of these here, and I'm going to rotate them. We'll do just a 90 degrees, so we'll have a set that goes along this wall. Let me double check what the furniture is there. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll put maybe another one of these ceiling lights here. Just kind of in the middle of the room is like a ceiling fan. And then, especially if you are living in town here during the summer, you know you kind of need to have this. So let me do a CO. We'll do multiple, and we'll just put one of these in each room. We would document that this is a ceiling fan. And I could, sit here and kind of go, okay, that's the center there, that's the center there. It goes reference, right there. So if I wanted to, I could actually get that directly in the center of the room. Same thing for this room over here. We will put 3 lights here. These are going to be at 1'6" intervals. And again, I'm just going to copy my reference right here. And then we'll do CO multiple, and I'll just do, can I fit 4? Yeah, we'll do 4. I will leave that one in the center, and we'll use this reference there just to center that, and then we can delete that. Typically, what you would be doing as you go through or as you finalize this is you would have a series of notes indicating um, what the actual lights are in each of these sections. I do not recall if I specified that you guys needed to do schedules or not, and I wouldn't want to assign that right now if I didn't. But this would be the time where you would uh, have an option to start labeling, for example, your doors, windows, and your lights with schedules. But you know, it's that time of the semester where we're running low on time. So I'm going to call that there. Well, I've got one more here. We'll just do one in that bathroom, and then we'll do. And if this was a more complete system, I would have probably a series of different um, light sizes. Maybe I'm just going to do a couple down this hallway at 5-foot intervals. Oh, oops. Nope. 10 foot. And we have an extra there. Okay. CO. 5 foot. So we could do something like that. That gives us a fairly comprehensive lighting plan as far as what's going on there. Now what we would do then, and I'm not going to have you guys, again, don't worry about doing a full electrical. I just want to show you guys kind of what the extra steps are for that. So in this case right now we have these lights right here. I'm going to move them all to the appropriate layer first before I continue. Oops, missed one. Okay, so we'll move them all to this layer I created right here, and now they should have that dash. I actually might want to choose a different dash for that, but we'll leave that for now. So if you guys were going to do an electrical diagram, you would also have to create and show where the wiring is for this. I haven't included that in this class in a while because I don't think that one, we have time to cover it, and I don't know if you guys actually need to do it. But you would typically have a symbol. One second. So if you were going to be putting in an electrical diagram, I forget what the sizes are. You'd have to kind of figure that one out yourself as you go along. But there are the different outlets that you would have, and so you would have a small line right here. I'm going to say it's 6 inches for now, and we'll just keep going with that. And then depending on, I forget if they're called gangs or something, but it's the number of outlets you have on the wall. We'll call this a 3. Oh, that's too short. So you might have this where it's a 1 plug. You might have this where if you move this over 1 inch and then offset this 2 to that side, that's a different receptacle for the electrical. And then if you have switches, then you would, and I've never been good at figuring out this. I don't know if other people do like an actual letter S. Let's actually try it, see if we can do it. But you need to have S. Yeah, I've never done it that way. I've always had just a weird S shape that I put together. And again, I'm really bad at this one, so let's actually let's take this mirror, don't erase. So I've always drawn this one out, but again, there's different ways you can do it, and this might be a actually good time to use one of these different settings. What would we do? Start and angle. Start and angle. And then I probably need a line going from here to about there. Oh. This is why I hate these. Never been good at them. Okay. Ooh. So for your switches, you would have something like, oh, of course. Let's just do this. So we'll trim that out. Again, there's probably a tool for it now. Because we were messing around when we found the that other tool the other day. All right, so let's focus. All right, so we got that. Did I do mirror? No. And then again, we'll do this one kind of down the center. Yes. This is how I've always done it. Again, there's probably a tool out there that does it. So this S indicates a switch, and then you would have a line running through it. Mine's not quite lined up, which is why you wouldn't want to do it this way. Reference. There we go. Okay, now it's straight. All right. So if you have this line running through it, then this would indicate that there's a switch here. Each of these bars, so if I, just like this, if I continue to duplicate this, or if I duplicate this and have, let's see, some people will indicate like a 2 or a 3 down here. So if you have a 3, oops, nope, text. So if there's a 3 down here, it would indicate that there's 3 poles on this. Other places I have seen, come on, get in the right position. So sometimes you'll see like that right there, but typically the way that, or at least the way I learned it, was that you indicate it with the number of poles that you have here. So if I offset this 1 inch in each direction, then this would be a 3-pole light switch. And then I could paste this here, indicating that there's a light switch there, and memory says that this is also something that's kind of sticks out like that instead if it's on that angle. And then in that case you would have, this is where you would actually use the arc tool a whole bunch too. And so we would do start, end. Yeah, let's do this one again. And so then you would match where the light goes from it. So if I go to this light from here, I'm going to actually do the control switch direction. So I'm going to show that this this switch right here specifically controls that light. And then if I do another one here, we'll go from this one to this light. And you want to make sure that they're curved, or you want to curve these just so that they aren't misunderstood for something else. When you have multiples in a chain, like this one for example, what you want to do is do multiple steps through this chain. So this indicates that, so that I don't have to draw this one switch to a whole bunch of different things, you just daisy chain them together like this. And then once you're happy with that, you can go through and trim it. So I'm going to zap that. I'm going to zap that. This actually should probably be repointed. That. So you would do this to indicate that all these lights right here are controlled by that one switch. So depending on what your floor plan is, this again is that I forget who I mentioned it to, but this is the part where you go from kind of an art to, or you go from kind of a science of like the walls are straight and they're this long and that. You very quickly go into an art of how you document all of this stuff together. And that's more covered in the full Condocs class that you guys will be doing later. So it's kind of a bit outside of the scope for this class. I'm just trying to make sure you guys know enough AutoCAD to not die in there. So there's a whole bunch of other things that you guys will get into. For this project, all I'm looking for is a lighting diagram like this. So don't even worry about these electric. Oh, I should have put those. I don't have an electrical. Yeah. So don't worry about these light switches. Don't worry about all the things tying them together. What I'm looking for is just this with these different lights. That's all I'm looking for is lights up on there. And actually, in hindsight, I kind of want to change the one that I used here. This is, I want to do that hidden next to, I think, because that actually might look a little bit better. Yeah, I like that better. Because you get a couple more dashes, and this isn't just kind of like one thing. So that's what I'm looking for when I talk about the lighting plans. Yeah. All right. Let me know. Let's see. Thursday is tomorrow. This is going to be our last week in class before Dead Week. So if you guys have any questions, you want to go over this. Again, the lighting plan, it should not be that complex for you. Let me double check and make sure I've got everything else we were going to do. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the project description, and all I specified that I wanted from you guys was floor plans, RCPs with lighting diagram, interior and exterior elevation, section cuts, and dimensions on title blocks for your documentation. So it is basically a repeat of Project 3 with the addition of the RCP with lighting. So that's all I'm looking for in the final. So that's all I want to see. Don't worry about, again, the rest of the stuff. So we'll see you guys. Good luck.